we are going to see how item masters of items are to be entered. First of all, we have look the item that we imported from Tally. If you see this list, and for example, if I take one item, you will see that for the same SS304 item that is fed in, there may be lot of duplicates. How to counter this, how to avoid duplicate items? Our focus is inventory management. For inventory management, the item uniqueness is very much important, and over the period, knowingly or unknowingly, people keep on creating items without searching properly. So for that matter, we have come up with the thought, if we can create an item's fingerprint depending on its properties, then we can stop the duplication of items. So for each item you define these properties which are unique for that item, and so that a fingerprint is generated depending on their different properties, so the uniqueness can be stopped. This is a special development for Mittal Precision. It is under trial, so maybe you will come across some problems, but we can fix them and make it a very useful solution. So you came to know that item, we need to define properties so that a unique fingerprint can be generated of that item. So to feed these properties, you have to come to the master item. Here are the item properties. So this is the form view. These are the sample item properties. They may or may not be all that what we want. You can delete or we can create a fresh. This is just for the understanding purpose. I am demonstrating this. So these are the item properties that you have to that you need to set. We are giving you the write-up document also for this, so that you can see and understand what all to feed in it, or you can come up with some suggestions that we can incorporate in this so that the item uniqueness can be really achieved. So you saw the item properties, how this is to be fed. Each property is to be fed here singly. It gets stored in the database. Then comes the, after defining the item property, you have to define the set of the properties. Like if I define a property called as SS pipe braids, then what are going to be the possible values of those lookup sets? When I define a item property, the type of item property, like as you see here, it can be outer diameter, it is going to be of type decimal. So when you feed an item, at that time you tell what it's the outer diameter of that item is. So here it is said that a pipe is going to have a outer dia, its value is decimal, its unit of measure you will set like how it is measured is in mm, so that every user do not select it separately and make every item different, and that is why those item gets duplicated, can be arrested or can be stopped. So here you can see like a lot of properties are there, some are decimal, some are dist. When the property is lookup, For those lookup, then there is a concept of lookup set. For that lookup set, these are the values that you are going to choose. You are not going to feed them manually. Every such properties, lookup sets, they are having IDs. That means they are having code. So internally, when an item is generated, a fingerprint, it just takes their codes and store them, codes and values. So you saw that there is item properties are there, lookup sets are there to make the item unique. After you make that, you assign them, or when you generate an item, our item master is like this, that for the items you prepare their groups. Like suppose we want to feed an item group, say we are selling those items and we are selling steel pipes, we will create a group stainless steel pipes. So that stainless steel pipes group will have properties which you will mention, those properties of different types. If they are numeric or decimal, they don't need, they are defined their property. But if they are lookup, you have to set the lookup sets also, and their lookup set values you have to set. Once you set this item group and come into the item, for as an example, you are seeing that here for the group 3, I have set this sample properties. So as soon as in item I select an item in this group 3, you see here, this is the item group 3, it has got these properties. When I feed an item, when I select that it is an item what I am feeding is of group 3, so as soon as I select this, I edit this and come over here, automatically those properties come up here. You have to just feed the values. I think this will help you understand, or if you get stuck somewhere, this is the new development. So we are developing at our level, we have tested. At your end, if you come up with some suggestions, so kindly come out and we will make a good item master. Thank you very much. Hope you have enjoyed and understood what I am trying to do. Thank you.